We have a special guest in the building, Chris Rivers.
Yes.
First of all, it's only right that he came up here on our Puerto Rican weekend.
Of course.
Yeah, just came from the festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, performed, all that.
You performed?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
It was
That's
nice.
what's up, man.
It was nice.
Now, for anybody who is not familiar with Chris Rivers, a.k.a.
Baby Pun, FKA,
Yes.
formerly known as.
Formerly known as.
FKA, please.
Yeah.
I know you
We're
must hate that.
We're trying to get that. We're trying to die. Trying to get that to die.
Yeah.
Damn,
but
like that?
Nah, it's not that bad. Nah, I love it. It's just like I love the comparisons and my pops and all that stuff. I just don't. It's just not my name. It's just not my name.
It's Chris Rivers now. I ain't be playing.
But I want to say, am I saying this right? I think years ago, didn't you put out a record with Benzino's son or something like that? Or
Oh man,
something?
yeah.
Wow.
I had to be like. That's when I was baby. But I was like 8 years old, 10
Right.
years old. Like that was before puberty. So it was.
Right.
It was a wow.
Yeah, I kind of saw. It was like a video with a bus, some school bus thing or something like that.
Hey man,
Was
might
it-
have been a bus or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I know you
yet.
don't want to revisit that, but I think that's where a lot of people got that from. You
No,
know what I'm saying?
I'm all for visiting. I got no shame and stuff. It's just that's not my name now, so I don't
Right.
even call that now. But yeah, no, definitely that was a while ago. Yeah, that was when I was part of a group called 3 Down. It was me, Benzino's son. His name was Lil Ray Ray, and the other kid named Lil James. There you
Okay.
go. Yeah.
Wait, and you said you was 8?
I had to be between like 8 and like 11.
Wow.
That's
I do.
great.
My
Chris
goodness.
Rivers, man. Let
Yes.
everybody know what that stands for.
Chris Rivers. Well, my actual name is Christopher Lee Reels Jr., but Reels is just Rivers in Spanish. So I was trying to figure out like what I'm going to change my name to, and I was like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Dr. Love is already taken, shit like that. So like I was really like, what's me? Like I want to give the people me. So like
Hey,
I'm like, you know what? My real name, which, you know, Chris Rivers is still my real name. Just Rivers is Reels in, you know, English. So it's
Right.
it's a little spicier.
You flipped it, yeah.
Yeah, flipped it. You know what I'm saying? It's still you know, it's still me, just with a little spice. And Rivers is easier to rhyme with than Reels, so it's like it works.
And how old are you now?
19
19.
and
Fresh.
a half. So
And a half. He's
yeah,
counting it, y'all.
yeah.
I'm not. The thing I'm going to put this out there. One thing that the audience does not know is Fifth is the king of looking at who's next on the internet.
I got something to tell you, but finish the story. Yeah,
Yeah. He is the king. When I say, yo, this kid, I remember Fifth years ago telling me about Meek Mills. And I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, nah, I just like seeing how they rap and that whole raw shit and they battling each other and all
Yeah.
that. So I said, he's like, yo, come to the office. So I walked in the office. He puts on one of your videos. You were rapping, freestyling.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. He's like, yo, it's crazy, B. He sounds like his father. Like, you know what I mean? And then he goes to another video after that. So I'm like, damn, if you really watching him, he's like,
Yeah.
I gotta watch these young niggas, man.
I went when I was here a few days ago. I met Bizarre, which
Right.
I was really excited about because I grew up like Eminem was one of my favorite. And D12, like I was that was the first time I was like pumped to meet someone. I
Shout
was
out
like,
to Biz.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, I know he's promoting for his mixtape right now too. So shout out to him. And then the next day, I went to This Is 50 to do an interview with Jack Thriller.
Right.
Hilarious guy. But yeah, when I went there, I saw Bizarre guy. I was like, oh, what's up? And I look up, he's like, all I heard was pun. I'm like, and it was 50. He's like, oh yeah, I've been watching you. Man.
Yeah.
He's like, niggas think I'm old. Like I don't be. I'm like, oh. I'm like, no, 50. You're young. You know what I'm saying? Yo, but then, yeah, like he said, he was watching me, so it was dope, like to see that. But I could definitely see like he's checking because, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm not even like superstar. He know, like he knew of me. You know what I'm saying? He knows.
Right.
So like it's definitely
No,
a
he
dope
knows.
feeling.
He knows.
definitely
Trust
dope
me.
feeling.
He's
So-
watching you out there.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he
I have a
said.
question. For the past 3 years that you say you've been taking this seriously, right?
Yes.
What's been the response from like the older MCs? Like you already said, like Fifth is watching you. Have you felt the pressure of people like, oh shit, this is Pun's son. He's coming out now. Have like you know,
And
have
he's
you-
nice.
And
Oh,
he's
nice. It's not like
yeah,
they're giving you a pass because of your pops. Like you
Yeah.
really
right.
going through the doors. Like
Are
Yeah,
you
it's-
starting to feel that now? Like, is there any pressure there?
Well, like, I've always felt pressure. Like, it's a bunch of pressure. Like, because being his son is like a double-edged sword. Because like, it gives the people like a willing ear to listen. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's a lot of dope dudes out there. You know what I'm saying? But like, people's like, oh fuck this nigga, he's just another guy. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, this gives the people like a willingness. Like, oh, let me give him a shot. Then after that, it's up to me to prove myself to that and just grow out of his shadow. You know what I'm saying? It's the you know what I'm saying? Like that whole battle. And then on top of that, it's like, thank God I could write. Thank God. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it cockily, but like I really like sit there and really like focus and work on my craft because I'm being compared, like naturally you're going to compare me to him. And it's being compared to someone just coming out the gates, being compared to one of the greatest ever is like, I can't name 5 well-seasoned artists today better. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm expected to be close to that caliber. So it's like a constant, you know what I'm saying? But as I become more myself and, you know, like the longer you stay in this, the less you give a shit about what people think. So like as you just become more yourself and stuff, like it's just more natural to me. You know what I'm saying? So the pressure's slowly alleviating.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I definitely feel it. But I get a lot of love from, like, you know what I'm saying, like older cats that knew my father. Like, they do like little stories in there and stuff like that. And it's definitely dope to see because I never really got to know him that well. So, like, just hearing stories and stuff and, like, hearing little comparisons is dope. It's dope.
Love them. I love his music, but when he performed with other artists, like John Blaze, I thought he destroyed that.
He always, you know, his whole mentality. So I hear his whole mentality was like, you could be my best friend, but if you got on a track with me, I want to kill you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I feel like even when I get on tracks with artists, like I feel like no matter how much I respect, like Eminem is my favorite ever. So, you know, just, you know, if he's listening, he'll do a song with me. But like I'm gonna try my hardest. You know what I mean? Because it's like one of those things. Is just like it's an unspoken battle. You know what I mean? Like it's an unspoken. You know what I'm saying? Because you're both side by side. So and he just wanted to take niggas' heads off. So like when he did collabs, it was just like all out.
You know, when your father passed away, you was young. You was about 6 years old. And you know, now as you grow up, you hear a lot of stories about your dad, and you hear from a lot of people. But what are some fond memories that you have of your father?
Actually, right before he died. He had like when we went to I grew up like in when he was alive we went to like we was in hotels a lot or in the studio constantly, so this was cool. Like right the day before he died, he was actually like so exuberant, like he was really like as if he knew he was gonna die. He just wanted to spend time with everybody. He called his sister, told him to fly out his nieces and nephews, and like since he was who he was, we could get in the pool like anytime, like in a hotel. Like
that's on a video. That's in the documentary. Like,
that was one I found. Like he was so like nice and free spirited. Like that night, like it was really like got to see like that was one of my fondest memories. It's probably the most vivid one because that's the last time I really saw him. You know what I mean? So it was I saw him that morning that we left, but we left to school, but I didn't really get. He was knocked out. So
I saw an interview this week with True and Peter Rosenberg, and it was kind of crazy. He said, "Yo, you know, my mom sat us down, and she said, your father passed away," and I just burst out laughing.
No, he was a jokester. He was a jokester and a half. So yeah, he would do a whole bunch of crazy jokes and pranks. So it was just like you never knew what was next.
Right.
So when they told me that, I was just like, he's like in the stove, like he's gonna pop out with a BB gun and shoot me. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? But like everyone else is like bowling in his ears, and you know the reality sinks in. So it's just like, okay, cool. Not cool, but like...
No, he was a prankster, though.
I've never found a rap book. And it's funny you bring that up, because people are like, oh, he must have found his pop's rap book. Like, no, motherfucker, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's different.
But once you started rapping, I would have been looking all in the attic. I would have been looking everywhere for it, just to
have
it.
I never had that, like, sense of entitlement. Like, well, that's not a sense of entitlement, but I don't have that either. Like, I don't think I deserve just because of his accomplishments that I deserve anything special. And then on top of that, like, I don't want to be the next him, or even, and I sound like him naturally. That's just the way I write, but I'm not trying. You know what I mean? Like, it's not my motive to be like, yeah, I gotta be the next one. Like, it's not my thing. I want to be the first Chris Rivers. You know what I'm saying? The first one.
That's what's up.
I mean, that's definitely that's definitely ill. But I mean, can you see where people are like, what? Why wouldn't you want to be like, yo, I see that over?
I see it. But like, when you take pride in something, anyone that takes pride in like their craft doesn't. They want to feel a sense of uniqueness, and no one is truly unique in what they do. I'm sorry. Like, there's 6 billion people on the planet. Someone's gonna look like you, sound like you, smell like you, but and entirely like there's something. Maybe not one specific thing about you is unique, but as a whole, you can be unique.
Right.
You know, maybe someone has my same gap, which is highly unlikely, but you know what I'm saying? But maybe they don't have my same cheekbones. You get what I mean? It's a stupid analogy, but you get what I mean? So, like, with the music, like, everyone wants to have this sort of uniqueness, and, like, there's so much already comparisons to my father, so I get, like, he's one of a legend. It's an honor to be compared to him, but at the same time, growing up my whole life, like, in his shadow, like, being viewed as somebody's son, and not as a person, like, just being viewed, you're
That's
somebody's son.
anyway.
You know what I'm saying? You develop a sort of a complex. Like, I want a complex because you kind of want to be. I definitely want to be my own person. I want to be viewed as like. I want someone to be like, oh, that's Chris, not somebody's son.
Well, it's like Latin pride too, bro.
Yeah,
our Latin pride is too strong.
Yeah,
like,
man. You know what I'm saying? We're proud and shit. So you know what I'm saying? I want to be my own man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people should be mad at me. I just want. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you be like, oh, he wants to be himself? Fuck that kid. You know what I mean? Like, come on, son. Like, you know, so I get what they mean, but you know what I'm saying? I just want them to understand me as well. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, so chilling. Let's talk about your current projects. Brand new mixtape,
Yeah.
What's the movement?
Just
their
got
movement?
Dragons Up movement. Be the movement. Be a dragon. But yeah, the mixtape. It's Wonderland. It's called Wonderland of Misery, and it's on datpiff.com for free download. Free download. So it's dope. It's free fire.
Okay.
Who doesn't want free?
Is that the one Styles P's on?
Yeah, he's on 3 songs, I believe. I did 4.
Wow.
Yeah, he's on 3 songs on there. So Enjoy the Atmosphere, War Room, and Ready to Die. Those are the 3.
So how was that collabo? How did that happen?
How that happened? Similar circles. You know what I'm saying? We moved in similar circles, and one day we just met up, and he's really like he showed a lot of love. You know, he's always spitting like veteran knowledge to me and like letting me know like. You know, you got to be like dedicated. Like that's one of the first words you said after High. He was really telling me like. You know what I'm saying? You got to be dedicated. You got to wake up and breathe this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, definitely, like, you know what I'm saying? It was real, like, enlightening to a degree. So, like, it was dope. And to work with him, like, it's just dope. It's called Wonderland of Misery because I wanted to give the people me and I wanted to give, like a true, like, I wanted to be full and I wanted to have everything, like, a wide spectrum of, like, who I am and, like, what I do. And that's what Wonderland of Misery is because you could view, like, 2 people could view the same life as either a nightmare or a dream come true. You got me? It's all about perspective. And I'm giving you it all from my perspective. You got me? Right. So like it's both the Wonderland and the Misery in there. So it's like just a wide range of like different shit. And I'm into a lot of stuff. So
no, I definitely got that from the mixtape. Like I didn't know what I was gonna hear going into it. I didn't know what to expect.
It's good mystery, mysterious.
You know what I'm saying? But hearing it, I got definitely the you're an individual. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. He's like yes,
that's what I was going for.
Yeah, you definitely got that. You could definitely hear the whole rock, inspiration.
You
got.
Yeah, man.
You could hear. So you've really been just doing this for what? You said 3 years though, right?
Like hard, yeah, like really, like studio every day, like about 3 years, like 2.5 to 3 years, like about 16, 17 years old.
He's still new to it.
Yeah, I'm the youngin. I'm still learning. I'm still learning all the ropes and stuff. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what the goal with this tape is just to get this one out, let people start talking about you.
Yeah, to get Chris Rivers to the world. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I really try to show like the last track on there is real. Like I thought it was a strong way to end it. It's called On Me. And I don't know if probably didn't the whole mixtape yet, but it's real strong. The album is a real like emotional one for me, and I just put everything out there. And like I wanted people to like get me from the mixtape, and like it was like an introduction of me. And I got that mixtape. I probably come out with another one before I drop the album. I already have the album like in thoughts. It's called Perfection in Progress. Like the shit is really it's gonna be dope. But like I'm really giving the people like I really want to develop that huge fan base, you know what I'm saying? Like, and really get the people to love me, and then, you know what I'm saying, just really do that. So that's what this was for. It was like the intro to me. So, you know what I mean?